Starting out the week, throughout the week until Thursday, when we got the news that Brandon and Isaiah was going to be out, I probably had a maximum of 4 or 5 snaps during that week of practice. And so then Friday and Thursday practice, that's when I start to roll in and get some extra reps and stuff like that.
So what was that like when you get the call after Matt's first drive? How did you feel going into it?
You gotta stay ready to keep from getting ready. So I was ready, I was prepared, I was locked in, because anything can happen. It's football. So
How'd you feel you did today, Coran?
I mean, I feel like I did okay. I wish I know I could have had a couple of them plays back. I just got to build on my performance from today.
And I know you've been waiting on this for a long time. The last time you played significantly on this field, you got a state championship ring.
So
What do you feel you showed on the field today?
just show that I can lead and rally my troops.
Thanks, Coran.
Thank you.
Hey, Coran.
Love, Jim.
I know Jeremy just said that you had played on this field as in the state championship in 5A. Your teammate Kendrick Green led you a couple times for gains up the middle. Just talk about what it was like being on the field with Illini teammates with him.
I mean, it's big being back on the field with Kendrick because I like you said, I played with Kendrick in high school, so it's my first time being back on the field with him. So it's exciting. It was very exciting. We had fun out there.
Did it bring back any memories of the state championship game with you out there?
It definitely did.
Thanks, Coran.
Thank you.
Hey, Coran. Going into that fourth quarter, I mean, you had a couple picks, a couple fumbles, but what did you feel like? Did you tell yourself anything? Did the coaches tell you anything that you kind of maybe got you back centered a little bit, back on track in the fourth?
As long as there's time on the clock, the game isn't over. So my guys fought, I fought, no matter what the situation is, no matter what we do on the field, we got to fight to the end.
And I mean, it seemed like you had a pretty good connection going with, Brian Hightower. Was that just something that happened, in the game, or had you guys developed that maybe a little in practice, or where did that come from?
Just going through my progressions and seeing who's open, and he was open.
I guess as you guys try to mount that comeback in the fourth, just what did you feel like was maybe going right for you guys to do that?
I feel like we was passing the ball well. The O-line protected well, and the guys were catching the ball. So I feel like that helped us start to come back.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Coran, as a fourth-string guy up until Thursday of this week, and how much of the playbook do you actually know and feel comfortable with? And what were they? Did you feel comfortable in what was called today, that you could run it and you could execute it?
Yeah, I was comfortable with the plays called today. I know all of the playbook. I've been here for 3 years, so.
Was it a situation today where you felt like you might get in, even though Matt was the starter on that first drive, or what was your mindset going into today?
Mindset coming into the game is anything can happen. You got to stay locked in.
How much of what you were doing out there in terms of when a play breaks down, how much of that is just you freestyling, or how much of that is just what is practiced in terms of trying to roll out of the pocket and make a play out of something?
Most of it is just making a play. Most of the time, just making a play. I don't want to take no sacks. I know I took a couple of them. I wish I could have had them back. Like I said, it's a couple plays I wish I could have had back. But just trying to protect myself and make plays.
Thanks, Coran.
Thank you.
Coran, you looked comfortable out there and confident. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I did. I look good. I put on my good clothes. No, just playing, but no, I did feel good out there. It was good. I was calm and collect. It was a little bit rowdy, like everybody. When Matt went down, they go, "Oh, Coran." So then I was a little anxious, but after I got the first couple snaps, I was good.
When you reflect to just looking at your performance today in the last 3 years and what you've done to get to this point, what's that process been like for you to get here today and get out there and play?
Just staying the course, staying humble, staying focused, and staying locked in. That's what it looked like. I read your lips. Thank you.
Hey, Coran, I just got a quick follow-up. How do you think Coach Thornton and his offense, got you ready for a college-style game and just ready to make an impact?
A lot of RPOs, tempo plays, QB runs and stuff. It was all incorporated in today's play calling, so that's why I felt pretty comfortable.
Did you see? I'm assuming you did, but did you see the social media calling for you in recent weeks or ever to see you on the field?
Yeah, I'll be seeing it.
What'd you think of that?
I mean, the fans gonna say everybody got a right to say what they want. Everybody got their own opinion.
What's it mean for you just to have that opportunity today
It means
after
a lot.
3 years?
It means a lot for me and my family. I know they're proud. I'm proud of myself. I got a lot to work on to move forward from.
Okay. Thanks, Coran.
Thank you.
Hey, Coran. Big day for you, obviously.
Like,
how are you
yeah.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's that?
How are you gonna evaluate your performance today? Because obviously, it seems like despite the result, you guys came back and you showed some flashes. How are you just gonna break this down and move on from here and get ready for Minnesota?
I'm gonna go home, take me a shower, and watch film. Probably for the rest of the day.
Hey, Coran. Oh, my bad again, man.
Oh, sorry, Brandon. I had one more. What do you do when you watch film? Like, how do you think? Is there a certain process you follow? What goes through your head?
I mean, when you watching yourself after a game, you watch the coverage, the read that you were supposed to make. If you made that right read, just the basics like that. What I could do better, like, can I take my drop quicker? Can I roll out quicker? Can I do that? Just the little stuff that you can see on film that you can get better.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, Coran. Obviously, we don't know what's up with Matt Robinson's injury right now. So you could very well be the starter next week against Minnesota. You already talked about that you're going to watch film, but is there anything right now that you're going to work on in practice this week?
Just executing plays and get my guys together to go fight against Minnesota.
Definitely. You definitely, when you're on the offense, it looks real dynamic with rollouts, option plays. Is that how you're comfortable playing? Do you think that that's what pushes? I mean, you guys obviously had success. You think that's what pushes the success out there?
I mean, it was a big part of it. We did a lot of other stuff other than rollouts and RPOs and stuff like that worked very well too. So all of the plays played a factor in today's game.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Coran, thanks for doing this. First question I guess I have is looking forward to next week. With Brandon's going to be out, Isaiah's going to be out. How much does your preparation just change go into it, knowing that you're kind of competing for a starting job potentially next week?
It doesn't change. I attack the weeks all the same way. Whether I'm fourth string or soon to be first. When I'm not in, I take mental reps. That's just important as being in and taking physical reps.
And then a quick follow-up. What do you think it would mean to yourself and your family? I know you're proud to be from Peoria and proud to be from the state to get an opportunity to be the starting quarterback next week against Minnesota.
It'll be real big, a big achievement for me, myself, because that was always been a dream was to start, start in college, any college. So to start here is even bigger. And I know my family is happy. I'm proud of myself.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we got to move on here to Jake in this room.
Can we get some of the ladies to ask some questions they didn't ask?
Mariah, Shannon, you good?
I just have. Go ahead, Mariah. I have one question for him.
Shannon, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm good. You go ahead. I'm fine. Thanks, Coran. Thanks, Mariah.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, what do you think you added to this offense today that gave it something different? Like, what is different about your play versus what you've seen from other quarterbacks?
I feel like I operated out the pocket well today. I think that's it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Got it. Go.
How's everyone doing?
Good. Hey, Jake, how did it feel to be back today?
It was great. Felt pretty dialed in. It was a fun game, tough outcome.
No, you're good. Sorry, it wasn't working. Just what did you think about the struggles in performance? Do you think that I mean, obviously you didn't get to play in the second half of the last game.
Yeah.
So coming out today, there was a lot more that you were able to offer for your team. So what was that? What did you think that you were able to bring?
I mean, as a captain, I think I just bring a leadership role and a sense of calmness around. The Mike linebacker is a really important position on our defense, as many of you guys know. So I think just being out there and being a leader for our guys and trying to make plays for us is kind of what is a difference.
Thanks.
Hey, Jake.
How you doing?
A couple tough losses here to start the season.
Yep.
How much more were you hoping to get out of defense to start the year?
Sorry, get out of defense?
You know, how much were you think the defense was going to come out a little bit stronger this year?
Yeah, and I'm not really worried about. We're 2 games in. I think we got a couple things we can clean up, and we're gonna be I still think we're a strong defense. It hasn't changed.
Hey, Jake, I guess I'll go next here.
Yep.
How do you feel like your team responded down 31-10 in the fourth quarter? You guys have been in that position before, obviously, last year, but to respond and give yourself a chance to win, what does that say about you guys?
I mean, it's just kind of shows our fight and just a different Illinois team than past years where a lot of guys would have rolled over. But I think we shows that our passion and our fire. And I think there's obviously a lot of negatives after a loss, but I think there's some positives that you can take out of that, and that being one of them, the fight in the fourth quarter, being down 21.
How much better do you feel like the back seven has to be, you know, to keep guys in front of you and to give your team a chance to win defensively?
I mean, you said it. We just got to be better. We got to play significantly better. I don't know the exact stats, how many passing yards, but it's too many. So, yeah, we got to tighten things up on the back end for sure. It starts with me.
How do you feel like the team responded with everyone out and all the uncertainty in terms of, you know, are you going to play the game and everything else to get to this point to today and actually go out there and play?
I think we had a great response. I mean, Coran Taylor has shined quite a bit. I think there's some very good things he did. Obviously, there's a couple things like the taking care of the football, but I mean, that kid really showed up today.
One last one for me, Jake. How did you feel today coming in, and were you able to practice this week?
Yeah, I practiced. I got through concussion protocol. We had an extra day, so I was able to take advantage of that and get back and get ready for Saturday. I know a lot of people were expecting me to be shut down.
Thanks, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jake, I joined late, so this might have been asked already, but, you know, with Owen Carney, I mean, Love, you mentioned he had a couple penalties he needs to get rid of, but was that the type of production you guys have been waiting to see from him there on the end?
Yeah, he's a pretty lights out player, and people are starting to see it. He'll be a big time playmaker going forward for us, and Owen's a great dude too.
Then Jerzon Newton, you know, forced a fumble. And he's played in both of these games as a true freshman. Just what have you maybe seen from him, you know, early where he's earned his way onto the field?
Great athlete. I mean, unreal athlete for the 3 technique position. I think he played running back a little bit in high school. He's from my area. So I mean, great relationship with that kid. Great kid, even better person or better player too, or other way around. Sorry.
That's fine. Thanks, Jake.
Hey, Jake, I'm going to jump in here if no one else is. Just what have these last couple of days been like for you guys? I know it's mostly offensive guys, but what's this been like with all these players out?
I mean, it's just like adversity, man. It's kind of shows you never know when your last game's going to be, especially across the Big Ten, Wisconsin shutting it down. I'm just happy we're able to get to play, and hopefully we keep Big Ten trusts this process of getting through it and push us through the rest of the season.
Is there anything you guys can learn from this, or is this just living through a pandemic?
I mean, I think it's just it's basically an injury, right? Like we starting quarterback's hurt, got a next guy up, and like center's hurt, next guy up, right? Like that's how the way that's I think the takeaway from it as far as that goes.
And I'm sorry if you've asked this, but what's the key to the defense slowing these passing attacks moving forward?
I mean, I don't know. I can't give you an exact thing right now. We just got to be better on the back end, simple as that. And it starts with me, our Mike linebacker. So, yeah, I would just say that for sure.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Appreciate you.
Hey, Jake. Obviously, you guys didn't get the win today, but
yeah.
How do you guys feel about this right now? Do you kind of look at this and say we came back, we were missing a lot of guys stepped up, and we were right there, or is it more of frustration?
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of frustration. I think more frustration right now, but like you said, there's definitely some positives. Like, I mean, Alex Pilsham stepped up for us at the guard spot, and that's a big time. That's a big time position for us. So I was really happy with the guys, how they played. Coran Taylor, can't say it enough, but yeah, we just gotta be a little bit better on defense in our back seven, and we'll figure things out.
Thanks.
Yep.
Hey, Jake, just one more. Just how do you feel about obviously you're not focused on him throughout the game. You're focused on defense, but what did Coran Taylor show you guys as a team today?
I mean, he's got some dog in him. I'll tell you that. He definitely has got my support. Coran Taylor stepped up big for us and filled a big role for us and was able to get stuff done. I think he cleans up a little bit, like taking care of the football a little bit better, and we'll be in good business. So,
thanks, Jake.
Yep.
Hey, Jake, you mentioned it a minute ago. How concerned are you that all these positives around the league are going to shut things down? Is that in the back of players' minds?
I mean, it always is, and it's like but until they say so, we're getting ready for Minnesota, and we're still chugging along, right? I think we're as safe as we can possibly be. I want to make that known to across the nation, across the Big Ten. Like no one's getting tested like we are. No one's has the access to immediate health care right away and best like athletic training staff like we do. So I think we're safer playing football rather than not playing football, in my opinion.
Is that all for Jake?
Hey, Jake, just a quick one on the COVID stuff. You're viewed as being one of the biggest leaders that this team has, and that's well noted. Now you guys are facing this kind of tough time. Is it important for you to just kind of remind everyone, hey, like these are our protocols. We need to be doing these. We need to be doing better of these and always be conscious of them? Or is it just something that's like a freak accident? You can't always control it.
I think it's a little bit of a combination of both, right? Like everyone's got to lock it down and be smart about who they're with. I will say at the end of the day, like you still got to live your life, right? And we are in a pandemic, so, and it's a serious situation, but I think you got to take everything into account in that when talking about that.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Al.
Okay, you're good to go.
Appreciate you guys.
That's all the players we have today, so Let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the press box in like 15 minutes.
Thank you.